Καλημέρα σας από το 26ο συνέδριο InfoCom World. Δίπλα μου βρίσκεται ο κύριος Emine, Amor, Sales Director της Aginode Group. Καλημέρα.
Καλημέρα. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to have you here. One of the key subjects, topics of this year's conference is also, of course, infrastructure and FTTH infrastructure. What do you think is the current state and the future prospect of the FTTH coverage in Greece?
Thank you for this question. Indeed, what we see currently in Greece, when we are speaking about the coverage, we need to think about the future. What will be the future usages? We are currently into an era of development, of very fast development of new usages like artificial intelligence, like IoT, smart homes, like e-health, like video conferencing with high resolution. All those elements and all those elements are very hungry in terms of bandwidth. So, for the future, in terms of Greece, it is vital to develop a very strong bandwidth access to all the population. We could even argue that bandwidth is vital as we have the access to the water, we have the access to the heating. We need to have the right to have in Greece the good access to the bandwidth. Now, if we look at the different studies where we are in terms of coverage of the bandwidth, we see that currently Greece is lagging behind versus the other European Union countries in terms of FTTP. We are at a coverage of around 30%. Indeed, it is due to the fact that the deployment of Greece has been lagging behind and is a little bit delayed. But what we are seeing on a positive note is that there is a very fast development of the FTTH technology and deployment in Greece with one of the best ratio in terms of growth in this sector. So this is very good and very encouraging. We need to continue on this trend. Now we are into, let's say, the more dense area, which is easier in order to deploy, but we will be soon reaching the rural area. And we know that the geography of Greece is very complex with high mountains and a lot of islands. So this will be a new challenges. And it is very important to put a lot of efforts in order to deploy this for the future.
Are there any strategies and practices from other countries that have similar geography to Greece that we can implement here to speed up the FTTH coverage?
It is a very good question, and indeed, what we are seeing, so Aginode Group has been able to go with a lot of and deploy in a lot of countries across Europe. What we have seen with the countries which are deploying the most the FTTH with the highest number of home pass is different elements which could be, let's say, good tactics to apply as well in Greece. One of them, in France particularly, what we are seeing is the shared infrastructure. What does it mean? It means that there is a part of the infrastructure which is deployed by the commercial operator and another part which is deployed by an infrastructure operator. This sharing of the infrastructures allows to go faster, to deploy higher number of home pass with the same quality, with even a better quality because everything is standardized. In order to reach this type of element, we need to have a very strong regulation which standardize and give all the rules about how to deploy the infrastructure. We need to have as well a very strong collaboration between the operators or between the public authorities and the operators in order to fund some of the regions. And what we are seeing in Greece is that this is the way that we are going into with particularly ultra-fast broadband projects. So this type of initiative needs to be reinforced and to be continued. We see as well in other countries, like in Spain or in the United Kingdom, the use of hardened pre-connectorized solution. What does it mean? It means that basically there is a part of the network which is using splicing and a part of the network where we are just plug and play using the connectors with boxes which are outside the box, and you do not touch to the network. What does it allow? It allows because when we are going into a full deployment in the country, we are very faced with the lack of skilled people and a lot of need in terms of training. Using this type of solution allows as well to go faster because we need less skilled people and we can deploy a quality network of good quality all across Greece. So I think that those two ways of working could be good to be taken as good practices in Greece.
I agree with you. We have seen a much better collaboration during the last years in Greece, and that's why the coverage has sped up its growth. And finally, what the Aginode Group solutions are to help implement those changes and enhance the coverage and the infrastructure network.
So on one hand, we have the experience because we have been able to let's say, go into the deployment of several countries around the European Union. And additionally, we are really investing in Greece. We are, previously Aginode was Nexans Group, so we are present for several decades in Greece and investing since a long time in Greece. And more recently, in 2020, we have renovated completely a new factory on fiber optical cables because we strongly believe in the Greek market, in the Greek tomorrow of the connectivity. So we are investing in this country in order to increase the level of knowledge, and we are here to support all the actors in order to deploy this connectivity, this infrastructure for tomorrow.